done degenerated into a doggone fucked up people. Whereas the white girls up, because I'm in the movie checking it out, looking at the movie full of white people. And the white people going, that shit is awesome. Black people, I don't understand it. How the hell you done got so lost so that if a movie is on the doggone level or something you saw in the 1930s or something, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or after school special, you can't perceive nothing greater than what you've already been learned, I've already been taught, or whatever the deal is? I mean, dang. Okay, so, see, they're making fools out of Negro because they're showing the whole world these people are savages. Now, here it is, all the people up in there, they little suits and ties on, their damn Armanis and shit. This is the high Negroes, NAACP, woo. You don't get no higher than them doggone handkerchief head Negroes. Okay. They say, all right, we're going to make a decision on whether it's a great movie. You shoot, what's the best movie? First thing you do is they're going to let the damn audience decide. See, you got to understand, if you're going to control the people or you're going to give people, you never let the audience decide because our people are degenerated. You got to direct the people in the path that you want them to go. Because they're going to choose the lesser repertoire each time because they're living in a savage culture. But it's time to teach somebody. So you don't let them choose. So, beloved, Stella got his groove on. Stella got her groove back. Wins the shit based on some choice award. Now, you don't understand based on, it's got to be some type of fascism here where you go, no, fuck that. This movie wins. Write that shit down and send it. Go get Lauryn Hill or somebody to damn, open up the damn envelope. Tell them motherfucker this shit win. You got to deal with it on a politics level. Now, why is that? That's because you go back and say, hey, man, I want to make a movie about Elijah Muhammad. I want to make a movie about Marcus Garvey. They go, hold on now. We gave you Rosewood, 4 people in the goddamn theater. We gave you Beloved, 2 people in the theater. You understand what I'm saying? Even if it was already a box office flop, even if you say when it got the Image Award, black people chose it, then they go, well, maybe, hey, because you know, white people, they love awards too. They go, yeah, this movie did this. You understand what I'm saying? But this is the insanity, but it's all based on a case study to show how savage these people are. I'll tell you, an excellent movie came out. People didn't get into it. The movie Crooklyn. And that was a good movie because the movie also showed a case study. It wasn't just some people sitting around and you don't need no woman, don't need no black woman. Black man without a job is bad. And you know, that old soul food shit. It was a case study because they showed the doggone, it was actually a movie of Spike Lee's family's life or whatever, but they showed this case study where you're going down south for the summer, and they went down south and all this type of, it showed a consortium of American history. You're talking about documenting our past life, but don't get done a lot. Black people didn't even understand this shit. Because we've been degenerated to a particular point and all, you see, but they give you all that old, Stella got a groove on and all this New Jack City and crazy stuff. See what I'm coming from? Now, when Beloved came out, show you how savage we done got. C. Freeman L. went to go see it, Beloved, and there was a line wrapped around the corner. He said, damn, I ain't gonna be able to get in this thing. And somebody said, no, Beloved. They said, no, and that's Beloved up there had 2 people in the line. But it was a line wrapped around the corner of all black people to see Bride of Chucky. Bride of Chucky. And this is how savage we have become. So don't say, well, you know about model, you elite. No, you got to understand that there's a degeneration of our people because we didn't even have no thug niggas in the 1970s. Even the model of what you call ghetto is a new term that was invented somewhere in the 1970s. Because clearly it was in the 60s. In the 60s, you was marching, you was doing this, you had special interest groups, you had all types of things that was going down. So in actuality, we're talking about somebody inventing a new nigga that you saying that's the voice of the goddamn ghetto. A word that was attributed to the damn Jews in the first place. But then again, you can fool with you all you want because mind control is the greatest factor. Let me give you another thing that went down recently. I met a brother that used to work in the concert industry, and I used to work in the concert industry when I was in college, which we used to go and I had this little scheme and all. I get backstage, get the backstage pass. I get the backstage pass. The kids get the backstage pass a month before the show come on. But I used to get it because I used to just do the college thing. Hey, this is a black college. You got the black thing coming here, and you got University of South Carolina there. I'm at Benedict. This is a black college, and so you got Mays and Frankie Beverly coming. You got to send me the tickets because I'm the doggone promoter of this particular stuff, and I'm promoting the college students to buy the tickets. So they would always send me the backstage pass a month before the shit come. So I got so good and all, man, I'd be invited. So then it got so good, I started being invited to the parties. So I know, shoot, Rick James got a freak party going down, Mary Jane girl. I got pictures of me on the bed with the Mary Jane girls chilling. I mean, crazy stuff. But, so I was in this stuff, I was in it for about 3 or 4 years. Saw everybody, Michael Jackson, everybody, Eddie Murphy, and all this type of thing. And I go and would be up in the parties. So I would do it so much until when the people would come back a year later, the doggone stars get the, hey, Bobby, how you doing? I remember you from so-and-so. So when the brother started explaining that he used to be this brother from New York, that he used to work the concerts, and he was showing me the structure, I said, yeah, I used to do that too and all. So I knew the brother was on the circuit. So as a result, he said, look, man, he said, this is what happened in 1984. He said, I was doing some concerts around the northern area. He said, and so I was following Michael Jackson, you know, was setting up for Michael Jackson when he was in the States at the time. He just, you know, doing the tour. It started in the summer of '94 with his brothers and all. He said, so, no, well, this was the one that was where he was doing it before he got with the brothers or whatever the deal is. He was traveling around with Michael Jackson. He said, we noticed there was a white man with him all the time with this black bag. And he said, hey, that's the man with the money bag there. He said, so when I get back home to New York, when he come to New York, we gonna hit that crack and get that money bag. I'm gonna have my boys there. He said, shit, it's a bullshit job anyway. We could quit and we get the money bag. So he said they cased the joint and all, and they waited till, you know, Michael Jackson was on the stage and all the stuff was going down or whatever. And he said they had a brief intermission or whatever the deal is, and they said they ran and they got this bag. And they ran around the corner, and when they went around the corner, they opened it up and it was a transmitter. He said, so this is shit. We can't lose our job off this with no money. So they took it back up and put it back in place before the man got back. And then he said he started just noticing it and all because he was still with the tour and stuff. He said, and then he realized what was going on. Apparently, he said what it was is that Michael Jackson had this implant in his head, and they had this cracker following him around and was fucking with him with this implant. So Michael started going a little crazy with this thing. So they didn't know what to do, Joe and the boys or whatever, his mom and all them. So at this time, Jermaine Jackson's in the Nation of Islam. So Jermaine said, hell, we need to take him to Farrakhan. So they kidnapped his ass. They did it with LaToya one time, too. They kidnapped him in so many words and took him to doggone Farrakhan and them. So when they got in the room, they said a whole bunch of black people standing around in the room, and they started praying for him. And as a result, the energy from all them black people in the room broke that doggone microchip. And right after that, that's when they did the pedophile thing. See what I'm saying? So, you know, it was interesting because I knew the brother knew exactly what he was talking about. You see what I'm saying? So on the other hand, we was talking about genocide. There's 75,000 Africans dying every month from so-called AIDS. 75,000. So Africa is underpopulated on a mass level. You see what I'm saying? On a mass level. You see. Underpopulated. 75,000 dying with AIDS. I just wanted to give you that particular information on what's actually going down. And all. So now, I don't know if I told you, but in Atlanta, boy, you couldn't get no loan from the banks. You was black, man. If you didn't have no account, you couldn't cash no checks or nothing like that. All of a sudden, you can cash all the checks you want. You can even go in there with a burn-up check. You know what I'm saying? You might have damn Roy Rogers on that shit from 1930. They'll cash it. But the key is you got to get fingerprinted. So that's the key now, is fingerprinting everybody, and that's a part of the thing. So you can cash the checks, especially because the whole key is to register those particular people that's outside of the culture. They call them the bohemian type of people, which is the exiles. which means in actuality those people that don't live on everyday upper mobile lifestyle that they can't track. So when they come in, if they got a check, they will automatically cash it. They even give them the money even if the shit is bogus, just to get the fingerprint. See what I'm saying? So this is one way they're doing this stuff also too. Do they have CVS drugs up here? They do? Because this is interesting because all of a sudden overnight, all up the west, all up the whole East Coast, man, this drugstore is taking over. Did I talk about that the last time? This drugstore is just literally taking over. CVS drugs everywhere. I go to Indianapolis, it's all there. Tip of Florida, all of Georgia, South Carolina, the CVS drugs. The key is this, and they got these new cheap advanced auto parts, or these new cheap, I don't know, these advanced auto parts down there, I don't know what it is up there, but they got these auto parts stores opening up in the black community. Real cheap auto parts. And what the deal is this here, based on, all this is set up based on martial law. Now, the martial law thing is that what runs America is not illegal drugs, it's over-the-counter subscription drugs, Tylenols, BC powders, or whatever they got, you know what I'm saying, Motrin or whatever, that's the shit. So if you want to control the people, first of all, what you do is you go in and you put these stores, one chain, one or two chains, no more than two chains in each city. And all of them are government run or ties in with the government. As a result, you make them so convenient and stuff to the mom and pops, and all the little smaller drugstores got to go out of business. So now, when the shit go down with martial law, they put a padlock on the grocery store. They can make a motherfucker flip 8 times backwards just off of over-the-counter doggone drugs if he can't get something for his coin on his foot. See where I'm coming from? That's all a part of the whole martial law thing. As well as these advanced auto polices. They can lock them up. They say, well, hell, half the niggas drive beat up jalopies anyway. You know, you see a car from 1980, old square-looking thing, not 1970, because a lot of them broke down. Now that you go to Atlanta and stuff, because all the brothers in the project got they love that Impala. Oh, that Impala. But the only people driving some old shit is black people that beat up jalopy. So they can cut up on the amount of people who can even travel, period, by making you dependent on these auto parts stores like this, and then they can shut them stores down all, and you can't go nowhere. All a part of the whole martial law thing. It keeps you understand that at this particular time. All a part of the actual martial law thing. Now, this is another thing too. Did I talk about how they got this beef, the red meat they got in these supermarkets now? No. And what they do is, when all this meat gets old, so you can't eat no red meat. Now, when this beef gets old in the white community, they ship it to another repackaging plant. They drop this solution on it like this bleach. And what it does is wash that steak grits off, that they call it, that film that is decayed, that's old. The meat ain't rotten on the shelf anyway, you know, it's just old. It's beyond the expiration date. It's not really rotten. But anyway, they washed it, but it's still too damn old to be eaten if the white people, they got to take it off their shelf. So they wash it off and bleach that stuff off, and then they dye it with red dye number 2. And they make this shit look pretty as hell. Then they ship it to the black community. And I'm up in the store and I'm like, wait a minute now. I mean, they got these lean steaks, 5 in a pack for $1. I mean, for like $4. I thought steak was the white man talk shit. Everything going up high. Hell, Jell-O might cost $2 now. But yeah, the steak is cheap. You see what I'm saying? But the key is, not only that, white people ain't eating the stuff now. So for the ones that don't eat, they have an excess amount of red meat left over anyway. They take that stuff and ship it to the plant. Now you know damn well how the hell meat gonna stay red like that? When you put that meat in your refrigerator and a day later it's done turned brown. Yet this shit be pretty looking. You know, I mean, it'd be so pretty, you be like, damn, if you don't eat it, you say, I think I might throw down on me a damn chop tonight or something. So this is the deal that was actually going down. So it's interesting because there's a brother, he's a master herbalist, but he's psychic too. And I said, you know, I had a toothache real bad back in May. And he said, yeah. He said, what it is he said, you know, you was a vegetarian for a while. I said, oh shit, the motherfucker read. He said, yeah, yeah, you ate some steaks one day. I said, I said, yeah. He said, what happened was the steak that you ate, he said, the cow had an abscess. He said, so when you ate it, when you ate the steak, you caught the abscess too. I said, dang. You see. But what they're not telling you is all that stuff is messed up. All of it is messed up. You can't eat none of it. So about 2 months ago, McDonald's had a spicy chicken sandwich, 99 cents. I should have known something was wrong with it then anyway. I ate that thing in my throat. I ate it, and in 6 minutes, my throat started swelling up. It started hurting real bad. And I had to go and drink a whole lot of orange juice just to get this thing down. So I'm saying, you can't mess with none of that stuff. Now, this is the key. Because the key is, they came out with a 99-cent double cheeseburger. Then these fools came out with a 99, in January, they came out with a 99-cent triple cheeseburger.